Hi, my name is Heather Baylor, and this is my speech on genetically modified organisms. And first, I'm going to introduce my 10 audience members.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7, 8,
9,
10.
All right, so I first want to start off with an audience question. Raise your hand if you think GMOs are bad. Can we get a count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I am a science major, and so I've always had a really big interest in genetically modified organisms because I've actually been able to modify strands of DNA in a lab setting. And so the definition of a genetically modified organism is an organism in which the DNA has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally in nature or through recombination. So with this in mind, the words that I would use to describe GMOs are synthetic, harmful, unnatural. So when I decided to learn more about it, I kept these thoughts in mind, and then I did some research. So I'm an organic eater, and that sounds really hardcore, but I actually don't know what that means at all. I eat a Kind bar every day, and it says no GMO, and I think to myself, I'm doing something good, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And so I decided to look more into it because in the certification for organic food, GMOs are not under that certification. So to be organic, you cannot have GMOs. And while the U.S. Food and Drug Administration says with all their might, GMOs are safe, GMOs are great, they've done some short-term studies on rats, and there's been internal damage to organs, slowed brain growth, and thickening of the digestive tract. So a lot of food advocates say GMOs have to be bad because these studies have harm to animals, and no long-term studies have ever been conducted to even say, are they bad or are they good? So I decided to look more into it because I thought that this was kind of a biased opinion. And so I read a book actually by Michael Pollan called The Omnivore's Dilemma. And he talks about how genetically modified organisms are not necessarily bad because of the fact that America is a monocultural society. And what that means is we base so much of our food production on corn. So hypothetically speaking, corn gets wiped out. What happens? Corn is in Windex, glue. It is a wax coating on a lot of our fruits and vegetables. So maybe you don't think it has as big of a role as you think, but it has a huge role. And a lot of people who think it's bad say because it is resistant to different herbicides and different pest spray, but